Okay, good day everyone. We will be doing marshmallow fondant for today. So we have only 3 ingredients that you're going to use. So you'll be needing your marshmallows. So these marshmallows are quite big actually. Uh, so what I did is just I cut it with a scissor to make it smaller. Okay, so the mini ones are more favorable to use. So then uh, it's 120 grams of marshmallow. So this is approximately, for the mini mallows, it's approximately around 1.5 of the cup if you don't have your weighing scale. Then you have your powdered sugar, which is 227 grams. So it's sifted already. Okay, and a tablespoon of water. So here's your marshmallow. What I want you to do is we are going to sprinkle a tablespoon of water. Okay, thing here, you need to melt it. I'll just add a little more. Okay, 2 options if you are going to melt it. You can again use the microwave or do it a conventional way using a double boiler. So it's just simmering water underneath and then bowl on top of it so that it will not scorch. So don't do direct heat. Okay, I have my microwave here next to me. So I'm going to heat it up for a couple of seconds. Okay, make sure to mix it every now and then. Okay, so approximately 5 seconds. Okay, and we're just going to mix it up just a little, depending on the power of your microwave. So that will determine how long will it take to melt your marshmallow. So this is one of the easiest way to do fondant. So aside from it has a very minimal number of ingredients, so it's quite easy. All you need to do is just melt it in the microwave. Okay, a little trivia for your marshmallow. Marshmallow is actually made of egg whites with it's actually an Italian meringue or your boiled icing. Okay, and with the addition of gelatin. So if in any case that your customer or your guest is vegetarian, so you cannot actually use marshmallow or this particular recipe since gelatin is actually from the skin of animals. Okay, then I'll mix it up again. So it's still solid at the moment, but as you heat it up, okay, it will start to melt. So it's quite soft. Okay, sometimes they add more water depending on the quality of your marshmallows. So this is the first time that I'm going to use this recipe. Ever since I've been doing fondant from scratch. So I guess this is worth a try. So it's almost melted, but I think it needs more heat. Time inside the microwave, so it's quite sticky. Okay, again, a couple of seconds more. So I just made a small batch. If ever that you'll be covering a very big cake, so you need a larger batch. Anyway, this is just for a demo purpose. So most likely this can cover around a 6-inch by 4-inch 6 by 4-inch round cake. So almost melted. A little more. So remember when we made the pastillage a few days ago? So they have the same, almost the same format. Okay, since they have almost the same ingredients as well. Okay, so melted. Can you see it? I know it's a bit too bright. Okay. Okay, when it's melted already, just like this. Okay, can you see it? Okay, I'm going to transfer it in a bigger bowl. Okay, relatively bigger bowl. Okay, make sure that the bowl that you're going to use in your microwave is not made of stainless steel or something that will reflect. Okay, as you all know, it will create sparks. You don't want that to happen. Okay, so okay, transferred it already. So I have here my melted marshmallow. So I'm going to add the sugar a little at a time. Okay, so I have here my sugar. Okay, I'm going to add approximately 3 tablespoons first, and then I'll use my rubber spatula. Okay, and then you're going to mix it until it's not too sticky. Okay. I normally mix it inside the bowl until it's quite dough in consistency, so that it will not make too much mess. So it's up to you, but others, they prefer working on their table. So it's up to you which method you feel like using. Okay. So as you can see, okay, so it's starting to become a dough. So this is quite soft. Okay, I can actually handle it already with my fingers. Okay, but I want the powdered sugar to absorb. Okay, I want the marshmallow mixture to absorb the powdered sugar. Okay, so I place it on top of my, so that it will be, you can easily see it. Okay, so I have here my marshmallow. It's working quite well. Okay, remember, this is my first time to use this recipe. Okay, so I'm going to use something to scrape the tabletop. Okay, it starts getting sticky. Just add a little more powdered sugar. Okay, in kneading this, you don't need to knead it the way you knead your bread dough. So just carefully fold it. That will do. Okay? No need to give too much effort. Okay. So check. It's quite good. Okay. If I'm going to compare it with the fondant from scratch, this is basically more elastic. So I suggest that you don't need to add any gum with it or tylose, as this one is quite good actually. Okay, traditionally in old cooking books, fondants are made of egg whites and powdered sugar. That very simple. But again, because of issues in food safety, they started doing away and working with egg whites. As we all know, it's quite hazardous because of salmonella poisoning. Okay. So I think it's quite good already. A bit sticky. So if you feel like you want to add more the powdered sugar, so I still have more. So I'll add a little. Okay, then fold it. Okay. We're running on our 11th minute. So I'm targeting that I'll be able to finish the fondant process within 15 minutes, so that if in any case that you need to save your data or you need extra time to do things like your assignments, okay, you have the time. Okay, so just fold it. I think this is ready. Okay, check for the consistency. You want the dough to be soft but smooth. So indication of smoothness will depend on the way you mix it or you knead it. So again, you don't knead it too much. So check how I knead it. So I just fold it, okay, so that I can mix the granules or the powdered sugar into the dough. Okay. Okay, I still have a little in that bowl, but I will not be using it anymore. Okay, so here's the consistency of your fondant. Okay, it's actually quite smooth, as you can see. And what they say, this is more delicious than the regular fondant that you do from scratch. Maybe because there's flavoring with the marshmallow. Okay, so I think we're all done. Okay, so for those who want to stay, I'll show to you how to make two-color fondant. Okay, so I have two doughs here. Okay, you need to cover the dough, okay, as you don't want it to be dry. Okay, I'm not adding all the powdered sugar since I don't want to make it too difficult to work with. Okay, so I have the food color. Okay, I'll be adding just a little powdered sugar so that it will not stick. Okay, your option. Okay, you can stretch it. Okay, then fold it. So I'm creating a blue colored fondant. Okay, check the way I fold it. No need to knead it that much. Okay, then a little powdered sugar. Don't go too much, or else it will be too hard. So it will be too difficult to work with. Okay, remember when you do cakes? Okay, ideally cake should have a good combination of colors. Okay, especially when you join competition, depending on who will be the judge. So make sure you go with safe colors. Okay, safe colors include the pastel colors. Don't go too loud with the color. Don't go too dark with the color. But sometimes, if you're really that creative, it can actually work. Two things only. It will work or it can be a total disaster. So I have here my blue fondant already. Okay, good with this one. Then I'm going to create another color. Okay, which is color yellow. So I'm actually choosing the happy colors. Just go to clean my hand. Okay, so I have here a yellow food color. Okay, again, choose a good combination of colors. Okay, clean up or anything else that it can actually um, affect the color, especially if you're going to do a different color. It may affect the result. So I'm cleaning my work table. Okay, then I have here the yellow color. Okay, just a little. So again, same process. I'm going to fold it and knead it. Okay, just a little powdered sugar so that it will not stick. Okay, this fondant, they do actually sell well. They're relatively more expensive than the regular frosting that they use. Okay, the looks, uh, they're quite more sophisticated because of the smoothness of the fondant. So, like for example, uh, two-layer cake. It may start at around 3,000 pesos. That is the cheapest. For those who do have a name in cake making already, they can actually start from 5,000 for a two-layer cake. So that is a very simple design. So if you have, if you actually do a better design, so most likely it will be more expensive. So for example, you're going to do a Star Wars cake. So if you're very good in molding, price can actually vary. Okay, so I I do have this student before. He's actually working in a cake company right now, and he's quite good in modeling, doing different toppers. Uh, how much does he charge for it? So depending on the difficulty for the good quality, very intricate, it can cost around 3,000 to 4,000 per topper. So it will be quite expensive. Okay. Okay, so I have here my yellow fondant. Okay, so what I will do, I will mix the two so I can create a marbled effect cake fondant. Okay, I'm taking half of each, so I don't need that much. Okay. Okay, others with this same recipe, they actually use this as their recipe for their flowers. So what they do, they just add a little gum, tylose. Like for example, at this state, they will just add a little tylose, and then it will be elastic, right? So you have the option to, depending on you, how you want to mix your fondant. Okay, so I twisted actually the yellow with the blue fondant, so it will mix up well. Okay, so I just need to dust my hands. Okay, so okay, so others, they actually use their cake smoother, which I actually do have, but I left it there, so I don't want to go away from my table right now. Okay, so I have here a good marbled effect already of yellow and blue. So check how I dusted the bottom part, dusted the top part. I have here a very small rolling pin. So I'm going to roll one upwards and then downwards, and then try to rotate it 90 degrees, and then again upwards and then go downwards. Okay, again another 45-degree turn. Okay, so that it will be okay, still round. Okay, so the effect is like this. So it's a marbled effect fondant. Okay, check. For example, this is your sample cake. So the size, okay, check. Place it on top. Make sure you have a little more space. Like for example, if this is around 2 inches, you have 2 more inches over the size of the cake. Okay, so if this is the cake, what I want to do first, okay, if this is a real cake, you need to crumb coat it first. Others, they make use of royal icing. Others, they make use of buttercream, whipped cream icing. Others, they make use, classically, they use jam. So you have apricot jam, you have what else? Strawberry jam, marmalade. Okay, so aside from its flavor, it will actually help it stick to the cake. Okay, so check the method that I'm doing. I'm going to sprinkle a little powdered sugar on top of my fondant. Okay, rolling pin on top, and then I will carefully roll it, especially if you're going to work with the big piece. And then I have here my dummy cake, then roll it on top. Okay, and that's it. So I'll be needing extra dusting sugar. Okay, try to stick the sides first. So working with small cakes, it's actually easy, but for bigger cakes, it's harder. Okay, so you need to have extra care. Okay, press the sides, okay, of the cake so that it will stick into my dummy cake. Okay, I have a beautiful here marbled effect cake. Okay, so remember your pastry wheel, or sometimes referred by most Filipinos as the pizza cutter. So we're going to use it. Run to the sides. Okay, if you don't have it, maybe your metal spatula can actually do the trick. Okay, so I have here the extra fondant, so I'm going to keep it. You don't want to throw it. Okay, so I have here my little cake. Okay, then for this, okay, what I'm going to do, okay, I'm going to roll it, and then I want to create a border, a very simple border. So the border shouldn't be too thick. So others as simple as this, okay, then at the back. So you have a simple cake. Others, they actually do the twisting, so it will look more of like your twisted mallows. Okay, so how will it look like? So since we're running out of time, so I just want to show it to you very fast. Okay, so twist it. Okay, and it will look like that. Okay, can you see it? Okay, so that easy. You can do your rolled fondant, your marshmallow fondant, with the use of this marshmallow, powdered sugar, okay, and water. If you don't have your powdered sugar with you, you can actually mix a cup of granulated sugar and 1 tablespoon of cornstarch into your blender or food processor. Okay, so if you have any questions, just message me. Thank you very much, and good night.